Hey there, welcome to Content Jefe. I have a very exciting episode for you.
All right, hold on. I'm hijacking this episode and interrupting right at the first with an important disclaimer. So as per usual, once again, Veronica has put me in a precarious position. Am I using that word right? She gets these grandiose ideas for video projects, and then last minute, I wind up having to edit podcast episodes like this podcast episode because we're always in a time crunch and we don't have time to send these files to our editor and then get them back in time to post it to YouTube and to Spotify the way that she wants to. So what winds up happening with everything else I have going on, working with students and clients and trying to make content for our YouTube channel as well, I wind up having to edit all of her grandiose project ideas, including this episode that she has created for you. This podcast episode is an experimental one that goes along with a video that Veronica just created on her YouTube channel where she compares 3 different podcast microphones. So you are going to get the opportunity throughout this episode to hear Veronica speak on the 3 different Shure microphones. But I thought this could be a great opportunity to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and teach Veronica a lesson in punctuality and teach you a lesson in really cool editing techniques and explore some of the effects that we don't often get to use as podcast editors. And this would go along with a YouTube video that I could post to our YouTube channel talking about 5 really creative ways that you could destroy a podcast mix. So that's what I'm going to do with this. You will get a chance to hear the microphones, but you're also going to hear Veronica with some really wacky effects on her voice. And this goes along with the YouTube video that I'm posting on YouTube. See if you can guess which effect you're hearing me apply to her voice and leave it in the comments as you watch or listen to this episode. I hope you enjoy, and we'll see if Veronica ever asks me to edit an episode again.
Pod Sounds Cool presents Content Jefe, the podcast that helps online business owners make better content and more money. Let's Jefe up. Today, we recorded a video for our main YouTube channel, Pod Sounds Cool, and in that video, we tested 3 microphones that we use here in our studio.
The Shure SM7B, the Shure MV7, and the new Shure SM7DV.
I just kind of wanted to take you behind the scenes of how we put together that video and also to talk a little bit more about these microphones. That was my first try to review gear. That's not my forte. Steven is usually the one who does that. So as I take you through the journey of putting that video together and coming up with the concept and also me trying to explain the technical things about these microphones, I'm going to be switching microphones so you can hear the difference between each microphone. So I'm starting here with
the SM7DV.
And then I'm going to switch to
the SM7B.
And then finally, I'm going to use
the MV7.
We're going to test all of those microphones and we are going to treat the audio the same using on the 3 different microphones. So you can be the judge and choose which one is good for you or which one sounds best for you. So let's get started. But first, welcome to Content Jefe. This podcast is brought to you by the Pod Sounds School. I'm Veronica. I am part of the Pod Sounds School team. I am the marketing director and also marketing instructor inside our coaching programs. If you want to learn more about our programs, go to podsoundschool.com.
So now what we're going to do is that we are going to switch microphones.
And let's see how my voice sounds with the SM7B.
And as we change microphones, then I'll be sharing with you the behind the scenes of making that video.
By the way, if after listening to this episode or watching this episode, you're interested in go watch that video, I'm going to leave the link in the description of this episode. Okay, let's switch. So now we're recording with the SM7B. This is one of the most popular microphones among podcasters, I would dare to say, is one of my favorite microphones. And in this part, I'm going to share with you the whole concept behind the video that we made today about these 3 microphones. The whole reason why I wanted to make the video is because I wanted to bring all of the information that you may need to make the decision whether to buy this new microphone or to upgrade your SM7B to the new SM7DV. And when I started doing my research, initially Steven was going to make this video, but we decided that it would be a good idea for me to make this video. And it's my first gear review video. And let me tell you, it was very intense because I am not familiar with some of the jargon and the technicalities. So the compromise was that I was going to do my research and I was going to use just lamest terms to convey some of the technical concepts and aspects that you need to take into account when you are getting a microphone. So that was very fun. However, some of the technical things that I needed to explain to you, which was the new upgrade that Shure is doing to the SM7DV, then for that, I needed to use the exact words and to explain what it does in terms of your podcast setup.
I was surprised the video that was very challenging and it was very exhausting. Just we wanted to get it perfect, so it would make sense for you.
Either way, like I said at the beginning, if you want to go watch that video, I'm going to drop their link in the description below.
Let me tell you, I loved the experience of learning about gear, of doing gear reviews, to be able to maybe enter into a territory that is mainly male dominated. If you search for videos about gear review, the majority of the videos that you will encounter, they are mostly made by men. It's my hope that I just get to do more gear review videos and to keep learning about different gear. And so there are more women representation when it comes to those technical things. So that was my idea and the concept that I have for this video. And that is all I have for you as far as concept and how we're excited to post this video tomorrow on our channel and see how it performs. Now I'm recording my voice into the Shure MV7. This is one of my favorite microphones to make content. If you go to my office, this microphone is always there with my Sony CV1. I use it to create vertical videos, to record tutorials, or to record impromptu podcast episodes. I like it because it doesn't take like too much space on my desk. It's a very small yet powerful microphone, and also is a USB microphone that you can connect directly into your computer. That's why I like it. I prefer it in my office for that reason. And to wrap up this episode with you using this little guide, I thought I would share some thoughts that I have about equipment. Recently, I had a talk with a prospect, and during the talk, something that came to my mind is the hesitation that some people have to invest money in equipment when it comes to start a podcast. If the reason why you are not ready to invest money in podcast equipment is because you don't have the budget for it, that's perfectly okay. You can start with what you have, or you can start with maybe a cheaper microphone and then upgrade as you go. However, if the reason why you are not investing in a good microphone and equipment is because you have some hesitations, you don't know if this is going to work out for you, you're not sure if your podcast is going to achieve success, or you don't want to go all in case that maybe things don't work out. And if that's the case, I would say
invest in good equipment from the get-go.
If you decided to start a podcast, if you decided to spend your time producing a podcast, then why not spending the money in buying a good microphone? If you're making a video podcast, then investing in a good camera. After all, the content that you make is a reflection of your brand. And if you have a good microphone, if you invest in a good camera with some stunning lens, then your content is going to sound and it's going to look really good. I'm one of those who don't mind spending money in good gear because we care about quality and we care about building our brand and making content that is going to last for a long time. So, if this is you, I hope this episode was helpful for you and you're able to decide which microphone is best for you. Remember to subscribe to Content Jefe or follow Content Jefe wherever you're listening. Also, don't be a stranger and follow us on Instagram. Go and say hi. I'm an Instagram girl, so you can find me over there. Or leave a comment in this episode or leave a comment on any of our videos. We reply to comments a lot. Also, if you're interested in buying any of the microphones I mentioned in this episode, I'm going to leave the link in the description so you can go and check them out. And until we see each other again, bye, Jefe.